Don't be too hard on me.
So like Fort Wayne. So what did you go to college? Did you drop out? Did you sell crack? What did you do? Start stripping? Like what?
Great
Who are you?
question. Yes, I went to school. So out of high school, I got a full ride volleyball scholarship to a school called Daytona State. It's in Daytona Beach, Florida.
That's it. Yeah, I could have guessed.
Why would you? All right. Because people like there's a date in Ohio, so I'll be having like people back home in Indiana be thinking like, oh,
Okay, I mean
Dayton. So I have to say it's in Daytona Beach, Florida.
Okay.
Anyway, I went there for a year and a half, and I graduated with an associate's degree, and then I transferred to Indiana Tech in Fort Wayne, and I also had a scholarship there, played volleyball, got a degree in biomedical engineering, and now I work as an engineer.
Hold up, engineer.
Yes, quality engineer at a medical device company.
Oh, you getting money?
No,
You got money. She got money.
I
Hey,
got
fellas, crown her coach file to IG. Y'all,
negative.
y'all happy we don't got no job. I'm telling you, stop. Get off the Twitter. Get on LinkedIn.
Oh my God.
Find out what she
Please do not pull up my LinkedIn picture because it is trash.
you can see the whole. You can see everything they've been doing for the past 10 years. Now you know what you're getting into. It's not just the looks. Now that's what's up. How was I mean, me naturally. I mean, I went to college and stuff too, but engineering always just seems super hard. So
I'm not even gonna lie to you.
It was hard.
It was hard because like when I moved back home, like I didn't live on campus. I just lived at home, and I didn't have a car. So I didn't have a car for like the first year I was back home. So that was a struggle. And then I also played a sport, and I was working at the same time. So it was exhausting. And at the time, I was in a relationship. You know what? Those were the hardest parts of my life. Now that I think about it.
I've always wondered why people, girls and guys, why they get in relationships in college. Because I feel like college is like the time when everybody wild out, and it's like you always hear the people regret, especially girls more. At least I hear more girls, maybe because I'm a dude, of course.
Yeah.
But I always hear girls be like, I don't know why I had a boyfriend in college, just ruined all my fun. But then there'd be some, they be together, they get married and everything, they have a bunch of kids, a bunch of ugly babies, and they just ride off in the sunset.
Yeah, well, the dude I was with at the time, like, it was kind of like some high school sweetheart bullshit. Like, we grew up together. I mean, at the time, I thought, like, oh, we were going to get married at some point. Yuck, it's disgusting to think about now, but at the time, I mean, it made sense. I didn't feel like I was missing out on anything. Like, I never felt like me being in a relationship got in the way of me wanting to be with somebody else.
No, I feel that. That's a fact. I mean, you know, it's all about how you feel, like relative to the person. So I can understand, like, as long as you didn't feel like the relationship stunted you in any way, or I should say when it ended. I seen that face you made, so now it made me think something else. Like I guess, all right, relationships that don't work out, of course, we always regret some of it because I don't think you don't get in relationships to break up. Nobody gets in a relationship especially women. Women, they don't get in a relationship just to be like, oh, I'm in it. I'm gonna spend 3 or 4 years with you, and I'm gonna marry somebody else. No, you get a relationship for it to evolve. So yeah, I'm not trying to say like, you're happy because things didn't work out. But I guess what I'm saying is, during a relationship, as long as you're comfortable with it and you were enjoying yourself, you don't regret most of it. I guess it didn't tear you down like Tina Turner or something like that. Then it doesn't feel like a waste of time. It feels like it was just something that you went through, like a growth experience.
I appreciated the experience. It definitely taught me a lot. It taught me a lot about myself. Taught me a lot about just being in a relationship and what it would be like. Because, those years when you're in school and then I guess becoming an adult, like you kind of get out of like a childlike mindset. Like the reasons we got together when we were 17 was completely different when we were in our early 20s, and after we got out of school, tried to like get into society, like it was different. But I learned a lot.
When switching gears back to engineering, so it's on the same subject, but going back to what we were talking about. How would you? I guess what I say is like, for one, what made you choose that degree out of all things, and then two, how would you say for other young black girl like yourself, would you recommend it for something that they should go into, or do you feel like it's like, man, to each his own, because this shit was super hard?
Yeah, that's a great question. So I was in my coach's office when I was in Florida, and both of my coaches there were actually from Fort Wayne or whatever, and they were helping me get transitioned to go to Indiana Tech, and they were like, they have all these really good programs, blah blah blah, and the one coach brought up biomedical engineering, and like my high school, like engineering, like STEM wasn't really big in my school. I hadn't even really thought about it. But when I was sitting there talking to my coaches, they were like, yeah, I think it'd be good for you. The program is really good. And plus, like, everything with your mom, blah, blah, blah. So I guess I got to drive into that really quick. So anyway, my mom, she has lupus, and she's now a double amputee, but she only had one amputation at the time.
Oh, wow.
So I kind of felt like if I got into the field of biomedical engineering, eventually I thought I was going to get into prosthetics, but...
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So it started with you trying to basically get knowledge in something and get proficient in something that could also not just help you, but help your mom.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Exactly. But I don't know. Because I didn't really even know that much about engineering going into it, like I honestly wasn't prepared at all. When I transferred to Indiana Tech, I started in the spring of 2014. So like I didn't get the whole like everybody's coming back to school, you do this tour, it's the first time you meeting the teachers. Like I just flat out came in the middle of the year, and like my teachers didn't really try to get to know me. Like it was really hard. Like I took 18 credit hours for whatever reason. My coach like signed me up for that. Like that year was so crazy, but I definitely challenged myself, and I feel like engineering is a field that's always going to grow. Like no matter what it is, whether that be biomedical or mechanical engineering is big, computer engineering is huge. Like if I had the mind for like computer science and shit, that's what I should have did.
That's where the money is.
Literally, that's where the money at, and you get paid so much. Oh, and that's another thing. Like I feel like I get paid a good amount of money just having a bachelor's degree. Because I knew while I was in school, I said, I don't know about the master's. Like, I think I'll go back, but when people are like, oh, yeah, I want to be a therapist, like, you already know, like, okay, you need to go to school, get the bachelor's and the master's and all of that before you start making money. So, I don't know. But we need more black engineers. I think that, like, at my school, I went to a PWI or whatever, so it was probably, like, single-digit black people in the program, for real. But it was big. I mean, and then now my job, I'm literally the only black person. Well, there's one black guy, but he got a white wife. Anyway, I'm the only black person in my entire
got a white wife and a sellout. Nah, I'm playing. I'm playing.
You said it, not me.
It's funny. Being the only black person at work, I know I'm only in HR, and I'm like one of the probably 3 black people in my particular team, and then there's like 3. It's like it feels like to be successful in black, you do have to deal with you're gonna be not just the minority in the world in the country, but you're gonna be the minority in your workplace to the point where it's like, hey, look, it's you. Hey, you want to get lunch together? Oh, not really? Okay, well, okay, fuck you too. You just gotta, it's like,
literally.
Or it's that corny black person, you're like, man, I know this nigga about to ask me something stupid. Oh,
yes.
But I don't want to say no because he's the only other black person in.
Yes, and even though you're not supposed to talk about like politics and stuff at work, like I feel like
everybody does.
Everybody does, and it's so awkward. Like it's so awkward trying to get your opinion across and not like make yourself a target. I don't know. It's awkward because it's like, damn, like I got to work here, so I don't want to say nothing crazy. And also being a black woman, you got to get over. Like, when you change your hair, white people gonna say something to you every time. Like, oh my God, how long did it take? Oh my God, I wish my hair could be like that. This one lady told me, what the hell she say? She said something like, I look like a warrior princess off of some show or something. And I just be looking like, what do you want me to say to that?
You do look like you could be like, a roots, like, warrior character. Like,
a roots warrior?
Xena the African.
Wow.
No, I'm messing.
You're
like 6 foot, man. Look. You a big mom.
5'8.5".
Nah, but not. Trust me.
I'm a tall woman though.
On the serious part of it, I mean, it's funny. Like, white people. They, sometimes they mean well, sometimes they don't. But it's like, it's one thing to be amazed at us or even interested in us, but there's ways to go about it without being like, I don't even know what the word is for that, but just without being annoying or being just
out of pocket.
Yeah, cringy with it. Like what?
Yeah.
Like, as a dude, we don't deal as much as girls as far as women don't want to touch our hair. It's like I know a girl's like, let me see your hair. Oh, that's nice. Oh wow, it was short yesterday. It's long today. What did you do? It's like
yes.
Bitch, I don't feel like.
Why are you so concerned about what I'm doing with my hair? And it's really, and to be honest with you, I get more responses from the white men in my office than the women. Like they're like, Jazmin, oh my gosh, like we just look forward to seeing your hair. And how long did that take? Wow, I can't even imagine. Like it's just, it's weird, and I don't even know how to react to it. But I will say, I'm not like an easily offended person. Like if a white person says something about my hair, like I don't have no problem educating them, pulling out a YouTube video like this how you get it in, because how else you gonna learn, you know?
Yeah,
and I feel like it's not enough black people correcting people and like showing them like, hey,